Michael Trevino was great at spotting luggage. Like I was on my way to giving a bigger description, but Wesley cut me off and kind of humiliated me. He's still angry at Paul a little bit.
Should we
We'll go beat him up. He's so
kick him in the knee?
Kick him in the knee.
That's hard.
No. What's the most embarrassing?
I have many embarrassing moments, but when you get asked that question on a public forum, you kind of think, what would be my most embarrassing moment? Like you never remember them, and then you leave here and you're like, I could have told them that. But I just never remember on the spot my most embarrassing moments.
Life is a series of embarrassing moments. I try to remember now, like as a dad, like when I...
I got one.
Oh yeah, good.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, you go for it.
This is really embarrassing, because often you'll have, maybe you'll be walking down the street or you'll be in another country and you'll realise that a fan is near you or something, or they recognise you, or and I think there was one time I was in a restaurant and the girl that was serving me obviously recognised that I was from the show, and she kept looking at me, and then we chatted, she's like, you're from the Vampire Diaries or Originals? I was like, yeah. And there was this moment of silence, and I was like, would you like a photo? Because that's what I thought she would, normally when people meet you, they want a photo. And she's like, nah, not really. I was like, never ask that again, because it's awkward, But then sometimes you think, they're too shy to ask because they're trying to be polite. So you put yourself out there, it's the awkward moment for you when they don't. And you're like, now I just look like a loser. Like, hey, please take a photo with me because I worked on a TV show, like I'm desperate right now. Can you tag me at Nate Buzz, just so you know? Have you ever had that?
Yes.
You know what's also awkward? What about when we were in Paris and me and Daniel are walking along.
This is
true story.
True
So
story.
we're walking along and then these girls are like, oh my gosh, Nate.
100% true.
We are massive fans of the Vampire Diaries and the Originals. Oh my gosh, can we get a photo? And I was like, yeah, sure. And Daniel was like literally right next to me.
Standing next to him.
And I'm like, sure, absolutely, if you're a huge fan. So I took photos with them and they're like, oh yes, thank you so much. And then they just walked off and they didn't even
It's true.
And I was like,
actually, what's very interesting, like Nate said, does that happen sometimes? I said, it happens all the time. Because with Elijah, he's in a suit and a tie. If I have a little bit of a beard, people do not recognize me. They don't, no, it's true. I'm not actually even bullshitting.
No.
Like, he watched it happen. I don't think Nate...
I almost even gestured, like, there's another original here.
They didn't recognize me. Sometimes I have been out with Charles before, who's very recognizable and incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
You're out with Charles, and she's nodding. She's like, yeah, he's beautiful. So you're out with Charles, and women and men will be like getting photos, and after about a minute or two, they'll go, "Fuck, you're Elijah!" Like because. I dress like a pig. I don't. No, but it's true. Like I don't dress respectfully. I'm never in a suit, and in a way, it's helped me a lot. But Nate was. Nate's jaw hit the floor.
I was just like so perplexed. I was like, you're huge fans, and this guy's right there.
But that wasn't an embarrassing moment. I wanted to address your issue of embarrassment here. I want to talk to you about it because I do think embarrassment is a very great. Navigation tool for living. I think if you're willing to be embarrassed over and over and over again, doing the thing that you love to do, you will be great.
Wow. Yeah.
We're so guarded. We have such a wall, a muro. But between us and our living experience, and we're so conditioned to think that we should always look perfect. And you see these Instagram pages of people who position themselves, I'm one of them, who position themselves perfectly so that nothing looks out of place. And it's a mistake and it's a lie. And I think that the more that you're willing to be embarrassed, doing the thing that you love to do, because it's hard, like life is embarrassment. It should be embarrassing. It should be humiliating. I mean, what I would say to my son or my daughter in that instance is like, don't be embarrassed again and go and do what you, but just don't ever withhold your heart.
Yeah, I think that's totally true. Thank you so much for everything. And Nate, I told you to go to the south of Spain, so I'm waiting for you. I love you.
Yeah, I'll knock on every door until I find you.
Well, you can.
I'm looking for Esmeralda?
Esperanza.
Esperanza.
Esmeralda, also known as Hope?
Yeah.
No, not here, thank you. I'll find you. I will find you.
I'll be waiting.
Cada puerta.
Bye. I love you.
By the time I get there, I'll be a very
We have
old
time
man.
for 2 more questions and we have to finish.
Yes.
He'll look like me by the end of
You're
it.
like Elijah, no, Nathaniel. Yeah, okay.
Hi guys, I don't know if you don't remember me, but I'm Maria. Thank you for coming and to treat me so good today. And my question is, if you have to change something about your character, what would be?